All right, guys, so one of the biggest misconceptions with real estate and house flipping is that you need money to start, and that's just not true, okay? For me, my biggest thing was I always thought I needed money, and that was what prevented me from starting for a really long time. I grew up in the industry as an agent where you either buy a house cash or you get a 30-year loan. And at the time when I was trying to flip, I couldn't get 30-year loans. I just didn't have the income, I had too much debt, all these factors against me. And so I really didn't try and flip a house for a long time until I realized you actually don't need that stuff. And so there's two main ways to buy homes with no income, no credit. And the first one is a hard money loan. That was how I got started. It's how you can probably get started too. So a hard money loan is a professional lender who lends money on investment properties and usually fix and flips. So you're probably asking yourself, well, what's the catch? Well, the catch is the loan is very costly. They have high interest rates, they charge you high fees, and the loan is very short term, typically 6 to 12 months. So you need to make sure that you're buying a good deal because your costs are going to be really high and you've got to get rid of the property in a very short amount of time. They're typically just for flips. Now, that might scare a lot of people, and it does. A lot of people don't want to use hard money lenders for that reason, but if you buy a good enough deal where you can factor those costs into the deal, it makes a lot of sense. And I buy my properties that way still to this day. We use hard money lenders all the time because we know that at the end of the day, after all our costs, we're still going to profit. The great thing about a hard money lender is they lend money for a living. And so they have the capital to buy, to fund you on the deal. You don't have to worry about oh man, are they going to have money to be able to do this? They've got billions of dollars typically. You're going to know that if you have a good deal, they will fund it. So really it's just about finding the deal, okay? Don't let money prevent you from looking for deals. The other way to do it is with a private lender, and this is what I always thought I needed. So a private lender would be somebody that you personally know, whether it be a friend, family member, coach, whatever. It's just somebody that you know who has money. And so I always figured man, if I just had somebody with $1 million, I could definitely go flip a bunch of houses. And unfortunately, I didn't know anybody like that. And the people I did know like that probably didn't want to lend me money anyway. So it was tough. But once you start building up a resume, maybe you got to start with that hard money and get a few under your belt before other people start trusting you with their money. But once you do find these people who do have money and they want to start lending to you, that's when your business can really grow, because then you can get creative with your terms. You can structure equity deals where you guys, split profit. It could be 50-50, 60-40, whatever the case may be. Or you can just structure it as straight interest, and you could say, hey, I want to pay you 10% on this deal, annualized interest. And they're going to be great because everything is flexible. So for me, when I go structure a deal, I tell all my private lenders, I say, hey, I'm not going to pay you until the house sells. So, you're going to give me, the full purchase price, the full rehab, call it $200,000 to totally do the deal. And you're going to get your $200,000 back plus interest when the house sells, okay? Now what that does is it allows me not to have to make all these monthly payments every single month on houses, okay? That's where people really get tripped up, is that if they acquire a few properties, now they got a bunch of mortgages and they can't afford it because they don't have the cash flow coming in. And that's how flipping is. It takes time to finally get paid. So private money is very good because you can get creative with your deal structure. Hard money, they don't allow for that, okay? Hard money is going to want you to make your monthly payments every month. They're going to have set pricing. They're going to have set fees. It's very, structured, which is normal. They're a professional business. Private is different. It's relationship based, okay? And what your mom or dad wants to lend you, or your aunt or uncle, or your buddy, or whoever, you guys can negotiate what's going to work for both parties. I was very blessed that my first private money lender was someone I met in church, and he knew my character, and he was willing to lend to me and give me 100% financing and wait until the house sold to finally get his interest plus his money back. And that's how I run my business to this day. All my private lenders don't get paid until I get paid, and it allows me to continue to buy more and more houses because I don't have to worry about these monthly payments. And that's how I suggest you guys structure your deal with private lenders as well. And it may be interest, or it may just be an equity split like we talked about earlier. Either way, private money is definitely how you're going to scale your business, and it's the better way to go as you grow. But starting out, you may not have anyone that wants to lend to you. So you need to go search for these hard money lenders, okay? And these hard money lenders are everywhere, okay? You can find them nationwide, you can find them, locally. There's a lot of hard money lenders. There's so much money out in the world that money is actually the easiest resource to get in the flip game, okay? Most people think it's the hardest. It's actually the easiest. Finding deals and finding contractors is harder than finding money. So don't let money be the thing that stops you from getting started in this game, okay? It is actually the easiest thing to do. So hopefully that encourages you guys to get started. And if that was your false belief like it was mine, just realize it shouldn't be, okay? Go get started.